Hey there guys, today's video is going to be a complete beginner's guide on how to use Lovo.ai. Now the breakdown would be we are going to discuss what Lovo.ai is, its features, its pricing, and actually show you how to use every single feature or tool that Lovo offers you when you get the subscription. So to begin, what is Lovo.ai? Lovo is one of the most advanced AI voice and text-to-speech generators available on the market today. Now you might be wondering, well, is it 11 Labs the number one go-to text-to-speech AI tool? And the answer to that, yes, because 11 Labs is it's much more popular, but Lovo AI, in our opinion, is much better because, as you can see here on their website, hyper-realistic AI voice generator that captivates your audience. What does that mean? Well, that means 11 Labs with how popular it is and how many people use it. But when it comes to natural sounding AI text-to-speech, Lovo AI trumps them pretty much, 10 to 1. And again, that might be personal preference because I have used both and Lovo AI still gets my vote, and I'm going to show you how to use it later. So again, that is what Lovo AI is. And now we are going to go to the pricing. So if you click on pricing, so by the way, before we go to pricing, if you want to go to Lovo AI, it is Lovo.ai, or if you go to Google, just type in Lovo AI and it's going to be the first option here, as you can see. There you go. Now, when it comes to the pricing, what you want to do once you are in the website is just click on pricing over here. There are four options here: features, resources, user use case, and pricing. Click on pricing and scroll down a little bit. So the basic starts at $24. Pro is at $48. This is yearly. So right now, as of this recording, they have a discount for Pro, which, if you want to use this, just go for Pro because it's pretty much the same amount, right? Pro Plus is $75. This is yearly. If you go by monthly, it's going to be different. Basic is at $10 right now. Pro is at $48, and Pro Plus is at $149 US. And these are going to be the features. So when it comes to choosing the plan for Lovo AI, you need to consider one main thing. The most important thing is how much are you going to use it? Because when it comes to AI text-to-speech, you are paying not only for a good text-to-speech AI tool, but you're also going to pay for hours for your time. So as you can see here, when it comes to basic, it says 2 hours, which means when you opt for the basic plan for Lovo, you're going to get 2 hours of generation time. And I'm going to show you what it means that when you say 2 hours, you're not going to get 2 perfect complete hours. That means you get to play within the 2-hour period. So if, for example, you are a YouTuber and you make maybe one video a week, and that one video is, say, 30 minutes, so you make, 4 videos a month, which is 2 hours, and you opt for the basic plan, it does not mean that you get the perfect 2 hours because you will make mistakes. A lot of people make mistakes. When I first started using Lovo AI for the basic $10, well, guess what? 2 hours, I wasted roughly around 40 minutes of playing around and seeing what generation is the best for what I'm doing with my project. So if you are going to need a text-to-speech that has, longer runtime, say an hour long, or even like 15 minutes, you'd much rather go for Pro or Pro Plus if you could afford it. But if not, 2 hours is more than enough to start and experience what Lovo can offer you. So with that said, we are going to go now to how to use Lovo AI. All right, so to get started, of course, you need to be on the Lovo.ai website. And what you want to do if you have yet to create an account, click on sign up, and this will open a new tab. Now, on the new tab, you will be welcomed with 3 options: Google, Microsoft account, or Slack. Now, it is very suggestible. I highly suggest that you use your Gmail. So click on continue with Google because this is the fastest, and you will be brought to this page. Now, sorry if it's blurred because it is, well, all my email addresses, right? So we're going to use the first one because we created a trial version using this email. There you go. Let's wait for it to load. All right. Now we are on the Jenny or Lovo AI's dashboard. Now, if you look to the left-hand corner, it's going to be your main options. You have production, workspace, pricing, subscription, settings, invite members. Now, I want to show you the amount of time we get for a trial period. So click on settings. Now, under settings, there are three options, three tabs: basic info, subscription, and members. Now, members is where you're going to be put. As you can see, this is me. And then if you added other people, if you invited members, they're going to be put here too if they accepted. So we go to subscription. So as you can see, your current plan is free trial. Current team 101 because I'm the only one. TTS credit is 19 because we've already toyed with it a little bit. This is 20 minutes. Subtitle credit is 10 minutes, but we already tried it out just to make sure it still works. Production storage is 1 gig. You get 1 gigabyte of storage because, again, this is just on a free trial. Now, if you want to see your billing history, as you can see here at the very bottom, it's free trial. Date, this is the date when we created this account. Total is 0. Status is paid. And if you want to check your invoice, there is an invoice option here. Now, we want to go to production, right? Because this is where we are going to create an account, right? So as you can see here, we have a test account already. What we want to do is go to workspace next. This is pretty much your home base, right? So what we want to do for this video is click create a project. And you have three options here: short voiceover, auto subtitles, and AI voice and video. So short voiceover is pretty much it's text to speech. Auto subtitles is very self-explanatory. It will process any audio that you've already embedded in your timeline. And AI voice and video, this is pretty much your video editor, as it were, right? So click start project, like so. Right, so this is what you're going to see first. So this is your timeline. It looks like a video editor, of course, because they have integrated video editing options or features with Jenny. Now, text-to-speech is the main option, right? This is what you're paying for, because a lot of times people would create or generate text-to-speech audio here, and then they're going just to export, save on your PC the audio file, and then just use Adobe Premiere Pro or CapCut or Final Cut Pro for if you're an Apple user. But look at your left-hand corner again, because this is going to be your main menu. The first is going to be media. If you click media, this pop-up will appear, and as you can see, you could upload files or resources or media here. At the same time, you get immediately access to Pixabay. As you can see, these are Pixabay media. So you have Pixabay audio, photos, stills, and video if you want. Or if you just want to upload, just click upload and you can just choose your file wherever it is in your PC. Now, that is important. Text-to-speech is next. Subtitles is next. So you can just choose auto subtitle once we're doing this later. I'm going to show it to you. Text is when you need to put copy on your video. So you can just, I'm going to show it to you now because this is not the most important part. So if you want to click headline, you could just choose that and you could, drag and drop it wherever you want to put it. If you want it to be put on the middle, as you can see, there are middle of the part indicators for your graph. There you go. And if you want to change the copy or the text, just put text here. And then you want to just, customize, just choose the font that you want. So let's choose this one. You can choose the size. There you go. You can choose the alignment if you want it to be left, right, or centered. You want to not make it, bold. You can do that depending on the text or the font. Of course, you want to make it italicized, sure. And you can just choose other stuff here. So like stroke, if you want to, choose solid stroke, choose maybe, red. As you can see, there's a hint of red there. There are a lot of things you can do here, right? And the next one is elements. So if you want to add an element to your video, if this is where you're going to edit your video, for example, let's choose the square. Now, what you want to do here is you could actually do this manually, right? But if you want to just, hey, I want this to be the background, just click fill and crop, right? There you go. If you want this to be, if you want the font or the copy to be visible, all you need to do is do this. There you go. So as you can see, you can still see the text here, right? So after that, project settings, pre-standard if you want 16:9, which is standard for YouTube, or you want original, or you want, depending on what platform you are going to upload this to. So 1:1 Instagram, 4:3 is LinkedIn, Facebook, right? But for this example, we're going to just stick with 16:9 aspect ratio, right? So let's go back to the meat and potatoes of this video, which is the text to speech. So as you can see here, we already have two blocks. So what are blocks? Blocks are blocks of line. This is dialogue, right? So we have Chloe first, right? So let's type, hi, my name is Chloe, right? Now to generate, click on this ready to generate icon. It has like a turning arrow icon, and then there's a red dot. Red dot means you will generate, which means generating means you are eating up your time. So you saw earlier that my time is 19 something or 18 something minutes out of 20, right? So when I click this, it's going to eat up that, and it's going to get smaller and smaller and smaller the more we use Jenny, right? So let's click ready to generate, and it's going to generate, right? This is a circle, right? So the longer the text you put, the slower it is to process, because the more data that it's going to be able to read, right? So let's wait for it to finish. All right, it's almost done. All right, so it is done. There's a check mark. We can play this, but before we play it, I want you to look at the upper right corner of this block, right? It says free regeneration available. What does this mean? It means that if we don't like this take or this generation, we can just generate this again for free, which means it's not going to eat at our time. Now, it's not going to eat our time as long as we don't change anything here, right? So I'm going to show you. So let's play Chloe's first line.
Hi, my name is Chloe.
So that's Chloe. Let's play it again.
Hi, my name is Chloe.
So it's kind of somber. We don't really want something like that. So if you want to change it, right? If you want to change for free, don't change anything. Don't add anything. Don't deduct anything. So let's generate this again. Okay, let's wait for it to process. All right. Okay, it's almost done. Almost there. There you go. So check, which means this is good to go. So let's play Chloe's line again.
Hi, my name is Chloe.
So it's so much better, right? Let's play it again.
Hi, my name is Chloe.
But, it's kind of fast, right? So what we want to do is let's put a comma here in high. Now, as you can see here, the free regeneration option is gone because, we changed something. So let's generate this again. And again, this is going to eat at your time. Remember that. I will pound it. I will hammer it throughout this video. Make sure that you are aware of your time, or how much you get, or how much you still have, because it depends, right? The more corrections you do, the more time you eat, right? So again, let's do this again. All right, it's almost done. Come on, let's go. Okay, let's take a bit more time. All right, it is done. So again, it says free regeneration because again, we could, we haven't changed anything aside from generating it again. So let's try Chloe's new line.
Hi, my name is Chloe.
And it's so much better, right? So that's the thing about Jenny or Lovo.ai is sometimes to get a really good take. So you make sure you save that. So let's play that again.
Hi, my name is Chloe.
It's pretty good. Now, Chloe's done, right? What you want to do, this is a tip. Click save, right? As you can see, it is now saved. Make sure that this project is saved because that is a very good take. Let's play it again.
Hi, my name is Chloe.
It's not an AI. It doesn't sound like an AI. Let's be honest, right? Now let's go to Sean, right? Let's say, hi, Chloe. I'm Sean. Nice to meet you. And then let's generate again for Sean. Now, again, it depends on what AI voice you're using. Some are more natural. Chloe's more natural sounding. Sean, I if I remember it correctly, not so much, but let's test it anyway. because again, you could get really good. That's really good. That's really good for the video. I'm not gonna lie. Really good takes, because it depends. That's why I'm stressing it out throughout the video that the longer your time, or the more time you have, the bigger the plan you have, the more time you can play with. You know, the more wiggle room you have. All right. So again, it's done. So again, the free regeneration available is here again. So that means if we don't like what Sean, or this Sean's generation line, we could just regenerate it, right? So let's play Sean. There you go.
Hi, Chloe. I'm Sean. Nice to meet you.
Mm, that's kind of okay, like let's generate another one for free, right? For free. And if we still don't like it, we could just, maybe remove this comma here. Okay, let's wait for it to process. All right, it's almost done. And the reason why I'm not cutting this out is I'm showing you real time how long it takes for a dialogue to be processed, right? Because some videos would be like, oh, like let's cut that out. But this is important because you see the progress, right? You see the progress of the generation. So that's important to know. Okay, we're done. So let's do that again.
Hi, Chloe. I'm Sean. Nice to meet you.
Okay, the last part was okay, but the first 3/4 wasn't quite good for me. So let's maybe remove this comma here, and let's try to generate it again. This is going to eat at our time, so let's generate that again. And after we've done everything, I'm going to show you, we're going to go back to how much time we have left for a free trial. All right? Okay, let's just wait for it, right? And while we were waiting, another tip, I'm going to give you another big tip, is that don't put too much copy or text in one block, because the AI does get confused. So if you have like maybe say 50 words of text, maybe cut it out to like 3 portions, maybe like 15, around 20 each, so that it does not, it's not, because sometimes it will trip. It's kind of like a human, which is odd to say, where it just messes words up or messes up punctuation. So again, now we're done. Let's play Sean's new line.
Hi, Chloe. I'm Sean. Nice to meet you.
Not really good. How about remove this apostrophe again, and it's gonna eat our time again. Let's do that. Let's reverse that. Let's put back the the comma here, and let's remove the comma from Sean's name. Now let's wait for it. Right. So again, going back to that tip, don't put too much text. Right. Maybe a couple sentences for each. It's going to take you a lot of time, because some people would be like, oh, I'm just going to put a huge paragraph, and I'm just going to let the AI do its thing. AI is as good as Lovo is, as good as Jenny is. You're going to mess up, and you're just going to waste a lot of time, because the more time you generate, the more it eats. The more words you generate, the more sentences, the more paragraphs, the bigger time it eats out. Right. So again, let's try Sean's new line. Hopefully it's good
Hi,
this time.
Chloe. I'm Sean. Nice to meet you.
That's okay. That's, again, like what I said, let's play around, right? Let's
Hi,
play that
Chloe.
again.
I'm Sean. Nice to meet you. Hi, Chloe. I'm Sean. Nice to meet you.
Okay, it's still fast. It looks like it feels like Sean is like in a hurry, but that's okay, right? Now, if you want to add another block, just click another block. So that's another line, right? That's another line. Okay, let's put this over there. Okay, let's add this all the way here so that we have a thing. Okay, let's go back to text to speech. Now, how do you add a new voice, or if you want to change your voice, how do you change to a new AI voice? It's very easy. All you need to do is, once you've created a new block, hover your mouse or your cursor on the name, right? So it says change voice. So what you want to do is click on this, and this pop-up will appear. Now, these are all the voices that are available. Before we choose one, I want you to, I'm going to stress out again, left hand side. These are all the features. So you got language, voice type, gender, age, speaker style, and adjustments. So we're going to go with adjustments, pause, emphasis, speaker style, depending on like what media you're creating. If you're creating an audiobook, maybe a conversational, high pitched, professional, right? If you want a, if you're creating an ad, maybe cheerful, right? When it comes to age, you have child to old, so you can have kids, right? So these are kids, right? Or if you want old people, these are the old people options. And again, different languages, different accents, right? Gender, of course, male and female. Voice type, pro, rapid, global, multilingual, and emotional. And then language. If you click on the drop down menu for language, you have a lot. You have Afrikaans, you have Arabic. There's a bunch of Arabic languages here. There you go. You have Bosnian. There's a lot of Chinese languages here. And then, of course, a lot of English, depending on where. So Great Britain, this is British English accent. Hong Kong, IEIN. And then you got French, you have German. So a lot of languages here, right? So if you want to test out the voice before you choose it, so for example, we want Edward Campbell here. If we hover our mouse, you can play a clip. So let's play a clip from Edward Campbell.
Welcome to Jenny's Voice Library, where the perfect voice for your project is only a couple of clicks away.
It's pretty good, right? It's pretty good. How about Marcus O'Donnell?
Are you looking for the perfect voice? Then I'm your best option.
So I think we've heard the Marcus O'Donnell voice a lot on YouTube, not gonna lie. If you want to try Chloe Woods, let's try Chloe Woods.
Bibbit was sitting on an overturned and empty cask, close by the gate of the barricade.
So this is Chloe. This is what we've used earlier, right? Now, for example, we want to have a different English accent. Let's go to English, right? All the way down. Let's choose Filipino, right? Filipino English, right? So I think,
Naghahanap.
okay, this is not Filipino English, okay? Let's choose English again. There we go, PH English. So Francis Reynaldo.
Are you looking for the perfect voice? Then I'm your best option.
So for this example, we're going to use it. Let's go. Click select. So as you can see here, before it was Sean, now it was Francis. Now, let's add Francis the button to Chloe and Sean's interaction. So, hello. Can I ask a question? Let's do that. Click generate. Just wait for it to finish. And again, same thing with generations. If you don't like what you heard, you just click generate again for free without touching the text, right? So let's play Francis's line.
Hello, can I ask a question?
Not so much. Let's generate it again for free. Again, we're gonna do one free and then one different, right? We're gonna edit text later. There you go. As you can see, it is faster, right? So click.
Hello, can I ask a question?
So I don't really like it. It's too fast, right? Let's do that. And then instead of question mark, let's add 3 dots. Let's generate again. There we go. It's a little bit. 3, 2, 1. All right, so it's generated again for free. Not for free, but I changed it to 3 dots without a comma from the question mark. So let's play Francis's line.
Hello, can I ask a question?
So not too good. Again, let's add a comma back and let's generate it again. And as you can see, it is trial and error. Like what I said, the time, I don't really like the time. It's too short because a lot of trial and error does happen, right? Unless you're not nitpicky like myself, because I want to produce the best content. But let's play Francis's new line.
Hello, can I ask a question?
That's okay, right? That's okay. So now we have 3 characters or 3 lines. Let's hear it together, right? Let's hear them all together successively. So here on your timeline on the very bottom, this is like a video editor. So scroll all the way to the start and click play video.
Hi, my name is Chloe.
Hi, Chloe. I'm Sean. Nice to meet you.
Hello, can I ask a question?
There you go. Right? Pretty good, right? It's pretty good. Now, how do you add subtitles? Right? If you want to add titles here, subtitles, click on subtitles, and then click for your convenience, for the fastest option, click auto subtitles, and then click, of course, English US. Click generate. Now, this depends on how long or how big the video is, or how much audio you have for it to process. So as you can see here, it's gonna take a minute or so for our video. But if you have a 15, 20, 30 or more or longer video, it's going to take a whole lot longer. So let's wait for it to finish. And as you can see, it didn't take too long. So it says here, hi, my name is Chloe. Hi, Chloe, I'm Sean. Nice to meet you. Hi, can I ask a question? So let's play it back all the way to the start, and let's click play video, right?
Hi, my name is Chloe.
Hi, Chloe. I'm Sean. Nice to meet you.
Hello, can I ask a question?
All right, that's pretty good. And the good thing about this is that it is aligned. The subtitles are aligned to the voice lines, right? So it's pretty good. So if we make this bigger so you can see, so hi, my name is Chloe. It's aligned, right? It is aligned to the whole thing, which is pretty good. So you might be wondering, why is it shorter? Because it depends on the cadence of the voice, right? So again, let's play that back again, right? The very beginning.
Hi, my name is Chloe.
Hi, Chloe. I'm Sean. Nice to meet you.
Hello, can I ask a question?
All right, that is pretty good. Yeah, that's how you do it with subtitles. If you want to use Lovo or Jenny, Lovo by Jenny, the video editor here, sure, but a lot of people would want to just export the audio file and use their own editing software, like myself. So how do we export? So if we're satisfied with our audio, what we want to do, of course, always click save, right? So save. Now, if you only want to export the audio, we click on export here. It's beside the save button, like so. This pop-up will appear. Now, it says MP4 resolution 1080p, which is great because that's the standard. But since we're only going to export the audio, we're going to change the format from MP3 to MP4, or WAV if you use Apple. But for this, we're going to use MP3, and we're going to change the name, right? Just change the name for however it is that you want to change your name, and then click export, right? So it is now processing. Now this takes, depending how big your file is or how long your audio is, it's going to take, maybe longer, maybe shorter. It depends. Again, like what I said, it depends on the video or the audio. And you're going to see that we won't be able to actually export or actually download because this is a trial account. This is a trial option. You need to actually subscribe to Lovo for you to be able to download your file or your media. So if, again, I'm going to show you right now. There you go. Because again, this is free, so you can't do that. But if you've subscribed, then you'll be able to do so. So yeah, that is how you use Lovo.ai. That is how you use Jenny by Lovo.ai. This is a complete guide for beginners. If you want to tinker, you can do so. But again, make sure that you choose the best upgrade, the best plan for you. So we're going to go back to the plan again. So this is yearly. If you want to try it out, just monthly, so $10. This is a good option for you to try out. If you don't like it, hey, at least it's just $10. But I will always stress this before we end the video. Make sure that you get the plan that suits for your time, because $10, 2 hours, $48, 5 hours, and $149, 20 hours. Sure, you have a lot of other options, but the time that you get is the most important, because as I've shown you earlier, a lot of trial and error will happen in your experience to get the perfect or to get an ideal take. So yeah, that's a beginner's guide on how to use Lovo.ai. That's pretty much it. That's a video. Hope you liked it. Like, comment, share, subscribing. That bell icon. We'll see you on the next video.